Hello everyone and welcome back to the LA Film Festival. I am here for my 9th movie review right here downtown LA, and I saw a horror film today. It's a thriller, a mystery, and I knew nothing really about it. I checked on IMDb and the film actually stars Jason Patric from Lost Boys and Narc and many other great films of the last 30 years. Great actor, and so when I found that out, I was very interested to see this film. Didn't know much about it. The film also stars an actress named Louisa Krause and Mark Margolis, who was from Breaking Bad and Requiem for a Dream. Really a great actor, great character actor. So this movie is centered in really one location as we get to know this young woman. She's looking for a job and she gets hired to be a security guard for this abandoned, really fancy abandoned building. I mean, this is nice, really nice place, very cool location. She gets there, she meets Jason Patric's character who handles all the security in like a booth area where there's all these cameras, equipment, and laptops and stuff like that. And so he just sees everything that's going on, and she's going to patrol the environment, and you know, nothing really happens. It's a pretty boring job. But this is a horror thriller, so something's got to happen to fulfill the 84 minutes that this film is. So she explores and finds out there's more mystery in this building than it is led to be. And she gets way over her head. She finds many things that she might be tied to personally, many revelations. A homeless man kind of gets in the way, who's played by Mark Margolis, who wants to come and, you know, get away from the cold and the rain, come inside. So she lets him inside when Jason Patric's character says it's not a good thing, we should not let this person inside. Then horror things happen and more horror stuff. You know, this film had some really amazing setup. I thought the concept was really interesting. I was amazed by the location. That's what really grabbed me from the beginning, was the way the place looked. It just looked really great. I found a really great location, and there probably was some sets and stuff like, but there's some areas where this is a small independent film. Few people are in it. You know, it's one location, few people. So I bet this was some place, some great location manager or location scout found this place, and so I have to give them credit that they found a really cool place to shoot a film, a horror film. And I actually liked the characters for the most part in the beginning. Jason Patric is a really great actor, and he's good here. He's really interesting and compelling. And I liked Mark Margolis' character the most because he's this crotchety old man. He's great at being that. He is a crotchety old man, and he was great at being this homeless guy. So it was very interesting, and it set some interesting atmosphere as well. But the film does rely on jump scares, which is one of its biggest downfalls. And when it comes to horror films, you know, it just, I'm so tired of that cliche. Now, this film has many other horror cliches. I'm not going to get in detail. I don't want to spoil the plot, but I was thinking, as I was watching it, I was thinking, I've seen a documentary that kind of explores some of these ideas in a film called Cropsy. That's what came to mind. And other times, I was reminded of Panic Room, just because all the camera equipment and the, you know, it's a different movie, different story, but I just had that vibe. And sometimes they're in an elevator in the movie, so I just couldn't help but think of like small, confined locations that reminded me of that movie. But I'd have to say, in the final 30 minutes of the film, the movie's brought down a lot. And many things that you've seen in many horror films before starts to happen, and it just got really frustrating after a while. And I just found myself really checking out of the film. I was really into it for a good hour. Honestly, I'll tell you, it was a good hour. But then when we find out what this movie's really about, it felt really forced. It felt like a cop-out. And there was no payoff for me. There was really no payoff for this film. We had a lot of interesting setup. I felt like, you know, I know that this felt like a very small independent film. It's shot well. It looks good. It looks like a horror film. What I did like was the music. I really enjoyed the music to this film. I thought the music was a really strong element, though it does get in the way at some times. That's a problem too, that it does get in the way. But this is something I can't recommend. As someone who's not the biggest horror fan, it's not really that great of a horror film. Not good at a horror film either. but I still wanted to be scared. And I wasn't scared, but I like the environment, I like the atmosphere, and I like the music. But it's not enough to recommend it. Not recommended this film at all. I see it being played on Netflix or Amazon or something else. That's where I see this film going, and there's so many choices on those sites that I would say you can skip it and go check something else out. Not a terrible film, just had a lot of potential, a lot of good setup, and the payoff just didn't match the setup. And that really makes me sad, because Jason Patric's in this, and I like Jason Patric as an actor, and I like to see him in more movies. So I want to see him in more movies, and I like to see this actress in more movies. And of course, Mark Margolis can be in every movie, in my opinion. He was great in Breaking Bad. What he did to Gus will be timeless if you've seen Breaking Bad. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. The comment box below. What is your favorite Jason Patric movie? Mine would happen to be The Lost Boys from the 80s. I love him in that movie. It's a great vampire film. Have you seen this movie, The Confines? I don't know if I mentioned the title. I forgot to mention the title. I apologize. But it's called The Confines. Anybody else seen it? It is premiered here at the LA Film Festival. Comment box below. Start a dialogue. What other horror films do you want to talk about that you liked or disliked? Let me know, and thank you, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review here at the LA Film Festival 2015. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.